Welcome, dear listeners, to a magical bedtime story that will transport you to a world of wonder. Whether you're young or simply young at heart, settle in, close your eyes, and let your imagination take flight. Tonight's tale is called The Midnight Garden. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a curious young girl named Mira. Mira had a secret. Every night, as the world drifted off to sleep, she would hear the softest whisper calling her name. "Come, Mira," the voice would say, "there's a world waiting for you." At first, Mira thought she was dreaming, but one night, her curiosity got the better of her. She slipped out of bed, tiptoed past her snoring cat, and crept into the moonlit forest behind her house. As she ventured further, the trees began to shimmer as if sprinkled with stardust. The whisper grew louder, guiding her to a clearing she had never seen before. There, under the light of 1,000 twinkling stars, was a magnificent garden. But this was no ordinary garden. The flowers glowed softly in shades of blue, purple, and gold, and their petals seemed to hum a gentle melody. Fireflies danced like tiny lanterns, and in the center of the garden stood an ancient oak tree with a door carved into its trunk. Mira hesitated for a moment, her heart racing with both fear and excitement. Finally, she reached out, pushed the door open, and stepped inside. To her amazement, the oak tree led to an entirely different world, a world where animals spoke, rivers sparkled like liquid silver, and the sky was painted in eternal twilight. She was greeted by a talking rabbit named Oliver, who wore a little green vest and carried a tiny lantern. "Welcome, Mira," Oliver said with a bow. "We've been waiting for you." "Waiting for me?" Mira asked, puzzled. "Yes," Oliver replied. "You're the keeper of dreams, chosen to protect this world of imagination and wonder." Oliver led Mira through the enchanted land, showing her magical creatures and places. There were floating islands covered in cotton candy clouds, fields of flowers that sang in harmony, and a crystal lake where the moon's reflection danced like a living thing. Mira felt as though she belonged in this world, but she also sensed that something was amiss. The melodies of the flowers were softer here, and the stars in the sky flickered as if they were losing their light. "What's happening to this place?" she asked Oliver. "The Midnight Garden needs you to save it," he said. "The more people stop dreaming, the weaker our world becomes. You must remind them of the magic of wonder and imagination." Oliver handed Mira a small, glowing seed and explained that it had the power to inspire dreams in others. She needed to plant it in her world, in the heart of her village, so people would never forget how to imagine. With a promise to protect the Midnight Garden, Mira took the seed and returned home through the oak tree. The next day she planted it in the village square, and soon a magnificent tree grew, its branches shimmering with golden light. From that day forward, the villagers began to dream again, vivid, colorful dreams that filled their hearts with joy and wonder. And each night, when Mira closed her eyes, she knew she had a secret garden waiting for her, alive and thriving because of her courage. And so, Mira and the Midnight Garden lived on, a reminder that no matter how old we are, the magic of imagination is always within us. Good night, dear dreamers, and may your dreams tonight take you to magical places of your own.